G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Pookie alert. So just be warned, you're about to hear the voice of Pookie, and I'm going to even try to do a Pookie accent. Let's see how we go. Settle in, guys.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers.
You're not really welcome, and if you don't tell me I did a great job, I might block you. And if you dare to disagree with me, I will block you and call you a twat.
If you're looking into Flat Earth, you might be demanding proof from someone who claims that we don't live on a spinning globe. And the response you'll often get is, do your own research.
Because I can't tell you anything, as I don't have any proof, as there is none.
And that's because anyone that has done their own research and maybe attempted to debunk Flat Earth has eventually realized that sometimes we can see things that are way beyond the distance we should be able to see them.
But it always turns out something is just incorrectly identified, or refraction is refracting, or we're just twisting the truth again.
And they simply do not fit with the mathematics and the calculations that go with a curved Earth.
So when that happens, it's the observation that is wrong, because the math don't lie, and the Earth is a globe. But I really don't want to tell you that. That isn't what I want you to perceive.
If you just put into a search engine Mallorca seen from Barcelona, you'll come up with photographs like this. Especially these first photographs are taken from Fabra Observatory.
And I mean only the first two were for Fabra Observatory.
In Barcelona, and you can see Mallorca in the distance. And that's almost 200 miles away.
Oh, I know it's 185 kilometres, but 200 miles sounds much further. That's what I want you to perceive it as.
The elevation is about 415 meters. Here's the Fabra Observatory. And if you go and follow the links to these photographs, you will see that they are taken from that observatory.
Well, the first two are.
Actually, this one, Beyond Horizons, which actually gives you all the heights and distances of the peaks. This website's very interesting. It's because it is a website dedicated to long distance shots. But again, this is something that you can go and look for yourself.
Because I'm too lazy to do it.
But let's just have a look. What I've done here is
and spreadsheeted the heights and the distances like any researcher would do.
So we already know the height of the observer. It's between 412 and 415 meters.
Because I didn't realise the third picture was taken from Thibodeau Mountains. As the keen-eyed people will see, that's the Fabra Observatory just down there below eyeline. And we're really at about 512 metres, but we'll come to that in a minute.
So let's go ahead and plug those numbers into an Omni calculator. What we'll do, we'll take the shortest peak, all right?
Because that is the easiest to hide.
Tonelles. The distance to the object, 184 kilometers. The eyesight level, so that's the height of the observer, we saw that was 415 meters.
Because I haven't realised that I've got it wrong yet. I will perceive that shortly.
It gives us the distance to the horizon, 72.72 kilometers, whereas the distance to that peak is more than twice that distance.
And I don't know why I'm telling you this, as it's totally irrelevant.
It says here that 971 meters should be obscured. Well, that's even more than the height of the mountain itself, which is only 838 meters.
But when I used the correct height of the observer, that was 512 metres, and the correct distance at 189 kilometres, and using standard refraction, and that's been determined by many hundreds and thousands of real-world observations, we see that there's only 700 metres of that mountain hidden.
So basically, we shouldn't be able to see that peak at all. The smallest or shortest peak that is visible in these photographs.
And that is the shortest peak that is visible, so even I know that there are shorter peaks that we can't see, and I'm not sure why. Of course, the keen reader of the Beyond Horizons webpage would have already noticed that Minorca, the other island to the north and to the east, is slightly lower, but its relief only reaches to 370 metres high, and it is not possible to spot it. So I guess those islands are hidden, like the bases of the mountains are hidden of the Sierra Tematura. Keen-eye observers have already noticed that we're only seeing the peaks of the mountains, not the whole mountains.
That's all you need to do. It's not too difficult to do your own research and find this kind of result. The most difficult part is accepting it. It's just one example of the many that are out there of observations that fit with the mathematics for the curvature. All right, thank you very much.
And top marks to Tony Onofreo for calculating all of this for me. And I'll leave after this the whole thread of conversation between me and Tony that shows that Tony really has understood this much better than I have. Top marks.